New footage has surfaced showing ICU nurse Alex Pretty in a confrontation with federal agents just 11 days before he was fatally shot. Pretty is seen yelling at officers and taunting them. Pretty's family confirmed their son was the man spitting at an ICE vehicle before smashing the taillight in the video.
What you're seeing is a new video that has emerged of a physical clash between Alex Pretty and federal agents over a week before he was fatally shot by U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents. Now, let me walk you through what happens here. You see Pretty is seen shouting at agents and kicking the vehicle taillight as agents are driving away. They then stop and exit the vehicle and tackle him to the ground, this whole interaction lasting about a few seconds. Now, there does appear to be a gun that is tucked in his waistband, but it's unclear if the agents noticed it. They do not disarm him, and they instead walk away. It's also unclear what happened before this video and after, but I have been told by the Department of Homeland Security that they are reviewing this video. The department, of course, part of the investigation into this past Saturday's deadly shooting. Now, additional context of the video here: it was filmed less than 2 miles from the scene of Pretty's deadly encounter, and he is seen wearing similar attire to what he wore when he was fatally shot. Now, CNN previously reported that Pretty had an encounter with federal agents prior to Saturday's deadly shooting and that he suffered a broken rib. It's unclear, however, if this video captured that incident. What we can tell you is that we are reviewing additional video of the encounter. A representative of Pretty's family confirmed to CNN that the man in the video posted on Wednesday.
So here's another episode of Common Sense with Van Silk. So it seems like there's new videos of Alex Pretty hitting social media around January 14th, where he had an altercation or he was out protesting again. And the only part they wanted to show some spitting at the ICE agent vehicle. But you got to show the part where he's saying why you got to be pepper spraying people. Are you out of your mind? You're in my neighborhood. You're blocking the highway. You're blocking the streets. Okay, people are allowed to protest. But remember, Kyle Rittenhouse went all the way from one state to another during the George Floyd time and killed 2 people. So you put that in your pocketbook. Now, I wasn't there. None of us was there. I'm not condoning that act because it was a clear-cut road to everything he did. But spitting at a vehicle, kicking the tail light, okay, you fine him. They could even arrest him if they had wanted to. Which I would say, you know what? You damage property. That would have been a clear case if they would have arrested him then. But see, they don't want to arrest you for stuff like that. They want to go after immigrants. They want to go after those with criminal records. Thing like that. Not to say that the officers that killed him were the same officers involved in this incident. But all I'm going to say is that y'all show the whole video. Show what he's saying. Why are you pepper spraying people? Say that. Show that. Yes, you can show him spitting, and yes, he kicked the vehicle lights out 13, 14 days before his death. But don't cut the shit to the bullshit. Don't just show just him kicking and spitting. Show the verbiage. Because a lot of the dumb people on here, first we thought it was AI generated. But no, it don't look like it. If he's a gun holder, evidently he could hold his temper and pull a gun. But you are allowed to advocate. You are allowed to protest. Okay, so he was out there before protesting. With all the shit that's going on, what Bavino was doing, because Stephen Miller wants you to arrest 3,000 people no matter what. That's the quota for the day. 3,000. That's all. So now you're just arresting people, harassing people, just doing whatever you want. There was a county clerk that pulled up on some ICE agents to say, listen, give me a name. I could go run the name and show you where they are. They didn't want to do that because they don't have names. They're stopping people. They're hitting up people because of their accents and the color of their skin. You got more Mexican ICE agents out here talking about your accent. Are you legal? See, there's a whole problem with this whole, immigration situation. If you'd have left them alone to the pathway and stop arresting them at the court building while they're going to court, we wouldn't be having all this problem. But you greedy bastards, Stephen Miller and them trying to outdo Barack Obama, you're trying to send people back to a country they probably was never in. But everybody in the White House is a descendant of immigrants, from Norwegian to German to Jews. Stop the bullshit. It's your brother Van Silk, Common Sense with Van Silk. I'm gonna add some more video clips on. Leave your opinion, leave your thoughts, leave your process. I'm out.
This is a moment the news filmed on January 13th, showing a man who appears to be Alex interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:50 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight and got out of the vehicle.
Unbelievable. Of course, that does not fit the left's narrative of what Pretty was up to in the days and moments before he died. But again, we've said all along, we're going to wait till all the facts come in. This is another important piece of the story. We will keep digging for more.
So now they're trying to figure out how many times Alex Pretti had clashed with some of the ICE agents. It doesn't matter. He's a protester. He's protesting. That's part of protesting. Why don't you ask how many times these ICE agents have beat up and did bodily harm to people like Alex Pretti? Let's not take this video and run with it and act like this man was a domestic terrorist, what they really wanted to say. He's doing what everybody else has been doing. So stop the madness. Stop trying to create a whole new narrative. He got murdered with guys that are violent. They're not ready for the job. They don't know how to de-escalate. So stop it. Stop it.